What if everything you thought you knew was in fact a lie? What if you lived in a world where everything was flipped upside down, where everything was topsy-turvy, and what if you lived in a world where the men are actually women and the women are actually men? And we're going to start with the most obvious ones and the ones that have been talked about and go from there. And of course, we're going to start with who? None other than Michelle Obama, or should I say Manchelle Obama, or should I say Michael LaVaughn Robinson.
That your new president was born a female, and you see him with his wife, who's really a man, and you see the children, they're all fake. Everything's fake. It's staged. You got a big dick up your ass right now, and you love it.
Ivanka and Melania Trump, huh? Ivan and Mel, like male? Oh, now it makes sense, because is our president really a male, or is he really a female? And the first lady, is it really a first lady, or is it really a first man? With plastic surgeries, breast implants, hormones, surgeries, liposuction, and the list goes on. Not to mention how they hire lookalike celebrities secretly, and they do so to conceal the truth. But even in this picture at a photo shoot of Beyonce, you can see here the straight torso right here. They tried to curve it a little bit to give the appearance and the illusion, but really we know that this is a man secretly.
What surprised people about Jessica Alba?
I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. Because I'm pretty sure I'm a doppelganger for Alan Alda. I'm a tranny. I'm a man. You're an obvious woman. I'm a tranny. I'm a man. I'm a tranny. I'm a man. I'm a tranny. I'm a tranny.
Like to learn more about fake pregnancies and how they work in Hollywood? Oh, all you have to do is go to Natalie Portman and ask him, and he will tell you all about it. That's why he subliminally tells you his real name, Natalie Portman, because of who he really is. Then we have the more obvious ones, the Williams sisters, or should I say the Williams brothers, when it comes to Serena Williams and Venus Williams. And that's another way that Hollywood is subliminally telling you that all of your celebrities and athletes are not who they truly are, because you can also tell by their names. Williams, hello.
Robert Kraft. And that's not his real name. Of course, it's a Jewish name. He has extremely strong ties to Israel.
I want you to listen to what he says. And he's right. They are a bunch of just actors.
No, I have no history with nobody. I just feel like they acting, it's actors.
Milking millions and millions and millions off of casino earnings, underground, backhand deals with the NFL and the major companies therein. You can read Brian Tuohy's book on it. My other video on this has been censored.
James moved his pivot foot at the start of his dribble before sinking the three-pointer. So the NBA is admitting that they missed a call. Never mind that LeBron James travels every single possession.
It's like Lance Armstrong winning the Tour de France.
Watch his hands. I mean, this is the AFC Championship game. You're crying at the end of the game saying you're not going to the Super Bowl, and then you're not even trying to stick your hands out to catch the ball, because if he catches that ball, he is gone.
So indirectly they're saying that this game was rigged. It was affected by the refs.
This is not a coincidence that his team, with an extremely Zionist owner, extremely strong ties to Israel, is at the top spot in the NFL.
Tim Donaghy, the ref who got caught gambling and then subsequently went on to write a book and do interviews saying the NBA is rigged.
If you look it up, you'll see that miners, looking for gold in Los Angeles, they came across underground cities with reptilians and secret passageways and everything. And this goes back, almost 100 years ago, people. This is in your face 24/7. You have a reptilian core to your brain. You are one of them. You see here, Justin Bieber shapeshifted into a reptilian while greeting fans who had waited for him to arrive at Perth Airport, Australia.
Claims he's going to be able to test whether John Howard is telling the truth or not by recording his speeches and playing them backwards. He's David Oates. Thanks for joining us, the founder of an organisation called Reverse Speech. How does this reverse speech work?
Well, the basic theory is that language is bi-level, forwards as well as backwards. As all of us are speaking, we are creating the sounds of our speech in such a way that we're saying two things.
And so if we're not telling the truth forwards, then the truth will come out when it's played backwards.
Exactly correct. What we're hearing in reverse is the real self, who you really are on the unconscious level.
Now, and you think children speak backwards?
They start off with simple single words, and then by the time...
And then why do they go forwards?
Well, that's when the conscious mind starts learning. See, the unconscious mind learns first. The unconscious mind picks up the information first. That is speaking in reverse, and then the conscious mind starts forward speech around about 13 or 14 months.
I've directed the full resource.
Now, there's some issues in that $5 billion that we need to deal with, and I look forward to working with the Congress. I mean, there's money in there for the Middle East, which I want to spend. There's money in there for AIDS policy, which we need to spend.
There's time to get all this done, and we look forward to working with the members of Congress to get it done. I'll answer a couple of questions, starting with Fournier of the AP. Show what this now. Show what this now.
The three men who murdered James Byrd, guess what's going to happen to them? They're going to be put to death. A jury found them guilty.
Songs played backwards have different meanings. This is Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Now, let's hear it backwards. This is Revolution 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. Yes, number 9. 9. Backward lyrics. That's creepy. Stop it. Regular lyrics. That was just one phrase backward.
The way through the challenge is to get still and ask yourself, what is the next right move? Not think about, oh, I got all of this stuff. What is the next right move?
Shit. You.
Fuck you.
Wake up.
Wake up.
You. Wake up. Fuck you. Wake up.
Wake up.
We shall die.
We shall die.
God loves you.
We shall die.
We shall die. We shall die. God bless you.
God bless you.
We shall die.
We shall die.
God loves you.
God loves you.
We will die.
God loves you.
God bless you. We shall die. God bless you.
God bless you.
We will not. I love you.
We will die.
We will not. For them. He decides groups of soul relative. You're officially dead in a necrophilia. I leave for heaven in a nice ship.
I leave for heaven in a nice new ship. Hurry.
Let's sustain them. Yes, we can. And you say.
So NASA teaches us that we are on a ball floating through space, when in fact that we are inside the ball. We're living on a disc.
You're inside that crystal ball right now. You're already fucking dead. And everybody you know is so filthy, retarded, and necrophiliac sick it goes beyond measure.
So symbolically, the womb is basically the Holy Grail, which is that we need to go through to get to heaven. And you can see that the smell is going through the womb.
Aurora Borealis is not what we have been told. In this video, we will cover much proof that science has been giving us the wrong explanation about what the Aurora Borealis is. They don't really want you to know what it is, because if you found out, it could change the world. What really tipped me off to the Aurora Borealis being much more than what we have been told is it's pretty obvious. I mean, all you have to do is just look at it and understand that this is not a normal thing.
And underneath the gridiron, the flat earth plane,
is the black hole sun. There really is no way to screw this up, people. You bow your head in prayer towards the black sun. It's because from the black sun comes the aurora borealis, the astral jet. So it's one side of a light hole is a black hole with the green astral jet shooting out of the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish. We set up our Christmas trees with candy canes and the spiral lights, showing us that Jesus the Sun goes round and round and round, spiraling in and spiraling out, bringing the seasons. There is no way to screw it up, people.
As I have been staring into it, I've noticed that the sun has a personality.
You see Jesus here with the 666, and you see the eggs on each side of his head with the spirals. You see the candy cane, and you see the Christmas tree where you spiral the lights around. It's clear. Jesus is the sun. He goes round and round and round, spiraling in, spiraling out, bringing the seasons. And Jesus must place his menstrual blood into the Holy Grail at the very center of the flat earth plane, where there's no aurora borealis coming out.
What you're seeing in this diagram is the flat earth plane with the Holy Grail in the center of the dish, which is spewing the aurora borealis as a kickback between the light sun and the black sun. And both of these suns apparently have personalities to them, and that's why they keep constantly drawing these faces on all of these cartoons like Teletubbies and all of these different things you saw growing up as a kid, where there's always a smiley face on the sun and it's really humble and bashful and cheerful and it's really just kind of happy up there. Well, that's pretty much what you're really seeing.
It's one side of a light hole is a black hole, and it's on loop through the Holy of Holies at the center of the flat earth plane, where Jesus the Son must place his menstrual blood into the center of the earth, where there's no great dragon Typhon, the mother of all creation, coming out. This is the aurora borealis. X marks the spot at the very center of the flat earth plane. We're going to dive right into that Holy of Holies, and we're going to pop out into the land of perpetual twilight. This is parallel universes, and just like the Green Lantern's ring showed you, this is where you become superhuman, this green astral light. You're going to drink from the living waters, and you're going to become superhuman. So the two-ball cane, you've been worshiping the two balls and cane your whole life. It said you set up your Christmas tree every year, and that's got balls all around it, and the candy canes, and you set it up on your X. This is the spear that pierces the side of Jesus Christ. You play all your ball games, you cast your ballot. Everything about you so ball satanic, it's not even funny. And this is what their universe looks like. When you wake up, you realize, my God, I'm right. And that would make me the Prince of Darkness to you, because now everybody is dead to you. Everybody you try to wake up, they're going to say, no, I'm on a ball floating through space as an accident. I stem from a monkey. And that's not the case. And they think the sun is millions of miles away, when the sun is only 3,000 miles away from you at high noon. It's 32 nautical miles in diameter. It's a disc like you put on your tongue at church. It spirals in and spirals out, bringing the seasons. And at Christmas time, on the 21st of December, the sun dies on the cross. And then it starts, after 3 days, moving backwards the other direction, like the light on your porch, where you get sun for your plants will go from one side of the porch or disappear as the sun spirals inward and outward, each day moving in another degree and in another degree. So what I'm telling you is that, like the candy cane shows you, that the sun drips its menstrual blood into the Holy Grail at the center of the dish, where every compass points to, that this place is fixed. It's like in a light bulb. It's one electron balanced by a positron. It's one light hole and one black hole on loop through the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish, where the astral jet comes shooting out, the aurora borealis. And, you know, you're going to want to place your blood beside my own. Side by side, blood is thicker than water. Show that you're alive.